Namaste. Today we are trying to understand the qualities of the Yuga and how we are at an age where the Kali age, where we can get many things that were not possible in other ages. This is true. It said Kaliyuga is the most wicked Yuga. People are selfish, but thinking we may have a chance to be very good in this age also. So we consider Treta Yuga. Treta Yuga, before that Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga is the start in which the communication is by thinking. They just think and it's communicated and maybe everything done through thinking. In Treta Yuga, it is the perception has changed from. So when thinking, it how it is using. What is it using? Everybody has got their eyes, nose, all this perception equipment we got. Those are eyes. You can see and hear through your ears, and you can talk through your mouth, and you can smell through your nose, and you can your sensory organs in your skin. It can feel the sensation. But we know we got 5 sheets. A man is made out of everybody is made out of 5 sheets. One is this body. This is real body, physical body. So in many of the philosophical thinking, as well as now it's somewhat perceptions are coming through the scientific inquiries as well. That is, we got another way, another sheet on top of the found auras as well. There are methods of measuring one's aura, how it is. So there are colors associated with each sheath of human beings. The sheath just above the physical body is that sheath, Manomaya Gosha. Manomaya Gosha, the next sheath just above the physical body is Pranamaya, the breath sheath. After that, it is Manomaya Gosha. After that, the intellect, Vijnanamaya Gosha and Anandamaya. So in Satya Yuga, the mind, intellect, the prana, where the prana resides, decides how we act. So in Satya Yuga, prana remains in mental and intellect parlance. So somebody thinks it happened. Their thinking or stored in Vijnanamaya Gosha, the total intellect of a person that guides the mind was having certain things. What was that? It was pure sattvic nature, not harming anybody, wanting is not required, only need based, all those things were there. So everybody at that time were happy. It was totally 4-quarter of beneficial age. At that time, by the thinking, humans give birth. It doesn't mean physical contact at that time. All the perception organs, all the organs of the body, that is seeing, hearing, smelling, all these things they may have, but they surpass all those things, and the mental and intellect was given the entire power. So it is not corrupted. So when you see something, it has to be corroborated with your hearing, it has to be corroborated with the smell, it has to be corroborated with your mouth, then only the total picture of something is true. So at that time, the totality of things will be in the mind. This is the Satya Yuga. Brahma, Satya Yuga, he was just thinking about the world, the universe. He created the entire universe just by thinking. And you see the difference between doing by physical body and doing by thinking. How many times it's faster? Million times faster than anybody could do through their body. That means Brahma, even in Bible, even in Hinduism, everywhere it is said the creation happened very quick. He thought Vishwakarma is there for the building of the physical places, but Brahma, by his thinking, the entire universe was created, life was created. So we can't imagine by creation somebody goes and creates something, or in our parlance procreates by bodily the engagement, it's not like that. It was created by Brahma's thinking. That is why the importance of thinking is on the fourth. The second Yuga, Treta Yuga, the Rama's age, they were on Dharma. Plus, what is that Dharma was bounded by compassion. Dharma is not just go by the rule book. It's mechanical. No, heart has to be involved. Compassionate Dharma. That's what Rama showed. How kind he was. How he was Sumithra Bhashni. He was totally. He talks very less, and he even forgives his enemies. And when his enemy is in without weapons and he was easy target, Rama won't put his arrow on him. He says, go back and equip yourself with all weapons and come back tomorrow. That kind of dharma he got. So dharma, it is his dharmic way that Rama was there. Treta Yuga was guided by eyes. So the prana at that time was in their eyes. What they see, it happened. They can do things through by sight. So drishti, they say your drishti makes everything. They could see, okay, when we are walking on the road, how much we can see now? Not. We don't remember anything what we saw. In Treta Yuga, people have their memory. When they are going, they can see the entire whatever they go through, they can see the entire thing. And their drishtis, their eyes, their vision make things. So to communicate just by seeing somebody, you are just seeing their eyes, you understood what they want to do. So now also in Puranic stories they say by just seeing somebody, and the servant will do master's work when in a kingdom. Like so, Satya Yuga, by thinking at a higher level, thinking makes everything. For Treta Yuga, it's not for everybody. What I said, drishti, they have to, by doing pension, by sitting in meditation, putting their conscience in the third eye, their third eye has to open. Then only the drishti works. So sattvic way of doing, but in Treta Yuga it was 3/4 good and 1/4 bad. For in Treta Yuga there need to be good people, and the bad just assembled as one for all the good to fight with. So every yuga there should be good and bad. In Satya Yuga, Devas, they are only good, but there is some problem. There is Devas and Asuras, the bad forces, the good forces. The Devas are routine, as it goes on. So everybody works on the now. Super specialization happens same way. Each one enjoy, but they just know only one thing, they do it, Devas, but it is no change. Everything goes the same way, but the nature is not allowing everything in going only one way. That monotonous, that's not what the yugas or nature is. So it has to be questioned, the foundation has to be shaken. So asuras are different. They challenge, they want newer things, they want even authority. They don't accept authority of Devas. They want to challenge each and everything. For this they go to tapas and get things. They get more weapons, or they get whatever they want. They get some shakti, they get some powers they want to use against Devas. They want to put Devas all the time under constant thinking, consciousness to change for the better. Otherwise, it will become stale and it may degrade also. So this is the purpose of Asuras also lived in the Satya Yuga. Treta, now we are talking about Treta Yuga. There also it's not exactly the way it was in Satya Yuga. It is different. The bad becoming combined and comes as one force to fight with the good. Now, Dwapara Yuga worked on love of Krishna. But we saw one part. What one part was? Mind in the Satya Yuga and Drishti, eye, in the Treta Yuga. What is that getting used in the Dwapara Yuga? Dwapara Yuga, all your senses are activated, but one thing you have to filter them. So what gave power in Dwapara Yuga was the breath technique called pranayama. So when you are, so all the body system, so it's more connected with the body, but we are stopping the body from acting by just doing pranayama. All the thinking, all the bad starting points, catalytic points, all are stopped by just silencing the mind through nostril pranayama. Several ways of doing it. So breathe, the pranamaya gosha has to be sustained very much. The nadis, Ita, Pingala, have to give way to the Sushumna Nadi to neutralize everything, totally connected, totally neutral. A lot of thinking about that and how you control yourself. So if you, although the full body parts are in action and they could act differently, they will control the mind rather than the mind controlling them. So each action, each reaction, it creates stir in the mind. Mind is not like mind that was connected with the Vijnanamaya Kosha in the Satya Yuga now has become the servant of our perceptive organs. So that is the problem faced in Dwapara Yuga as well as Kali Yuga. So Dwapara Yuga we control through the breathing technique, all the thinking, all that happens through our eyes and ears or mouth or everything controlled through the nostril, not just nostril, by breathing technique. So it is by pranamaya ghosh. What happened? So at that time, what happens is by sitting in meditative meditation, before meditation, this is pranayama. Doing pranayama, you can think properly, and once you think properly, things are happening. So in this age, so not there need to be usage of all the organs, talking, hearing. It has to be done, but to control them through the mind was difficult. So we control the mind through the pranayama, and the intellect we are trying to control through that. So it needs to forget about the body but go through everything through the prana. Prana is the essence of it, was the one it created our life. So prana is becoming Omkara, from Omkara we came. So all those things are there. So in Kali Yuga, why we say Namasmarana is the answer to get everything. Satya Yuga, mind and intellect. Through that there was no need for talking, there was no need for hearing, there was no need for even seeing. But in Treta Yuga, by seeing, after activating your third eye, whatever you see, drishti made things happen. By seeing something, even eating food also, it is possible. So you see, when you are seeing fruit, it is possible you can eat it. That's the way. Even procreation, we talked about, procreation happened at that time when somebody sees another gender with all the love and affection. In many cases it was conceived. So in Ramayana, when Dasaratha, it's talking about Rama and the birth of, so the Payasam was given, and Drishti was enough at that time. But I don't say it is for everybody. For those who initiated the third eye, it was possible to make that happen. So this yaga, this homam, all those things were necessity at that time. That is why for no birth of children, it was because the king didn't have that kind of drishti to give them birth. What happened was, when he did that yaga, at the end the payasa was given to his wives. They are looking like very shining to the Dasaratha. He got love with them, with his eyes itself. They were created. Rama Lakshmana. That was the Yuga Dharma. It happened in many places. Whoever opened up that third eye. So in Kaliyuga, so Dwapara Yuga, everything happened through the breathing technique. So if you control your mind, everything. So what happened? For Panchapandava, how they were born, she was thinking about those, sun god. Karna was born at that, so she didn't have that control of the breathing, whether it's correct or wrong. Somebody has given her a boon. She wanted to test it. But for the devas, they just think it happened. They don't come directly when sun god think Karna is born. That's what the devas live always in the Satya Yuga. So they are thinking. That's why we pray to God, and when they think, all the bounties happen to us. So in Kali Yuga, how it happens? Only by mouth. That is the problem. So in Kali Yuga, it is our body, total body is in control. This body has got lot of limitation. That is the problem of Kali Yuga. So we got a body that's very limited, but we want to do everything. So we could fly, we could fly, we could traverse the universe, everything is possible if we forget the body. If we don't have the body, but we don't need to have the body. But we got 5 sheets of bodies. I told one is Pranamaya Gosha, another is Manomaya Gosha, Vijnanamaya Gosha, and Anandamaya Gosha. So we already talk about the gods. They are in Anandamaya Gosha all the time. They went above that, but for our understanding we are talking about. Whatever happens, they don't need to even think. So in Satya Yuga we said thinking. So Mahavishnu or Lord Shiva, they don't have even thinking. That means just let the world work on its own karma. And so they can come, they just obliterated to the wishes of the bhaktas. Bhakta, whatever they think, they become. Mahavishnu or Shiva can come in the form you want. They don't want to even take, they don't even think about taking the body. It comes automatic. They are on automatic love and affection for their bhaktas. So in Kali Yuga we talked about everything happens by talking. But that is why all we talk, we don't even believe. That is why in Kali Yuga everything falsehood. Everything is lie. Because we don't even believe what we talk. We don't hear. Everybody wants to talk. So hearing is gone. Through talking, politicians come. Through talking, your banker is there. Through talking, your rulers come. Through talking, your brokers come for everything. Your businesses thrive on everything through the talking. In this yuga, how to control is controlling your talk. Silencing your talk, what happens is the talk goes into your mind and it affects the entire system. You are just suppressing your talking and you blast out when opportunity comes. That is why in Kali Yuga, Nama Smarana. When you are talking, you get all the problems. Each word you utter, you get back another. You talk something, Dvitiya, somebody else negate it or they argue about it. So, but that's why we say Kali Yuga, Nama Smarana, God name. Chant God name. All religions you think about. Everything says you one form of the God, one name of the God, or the other name of the God. You just keep it in your mind. When you open your mouth, only that should come. Then there is possibility of mukti. So this is the yuga, all the 4 yugas, how they work, I explained. So that is why lot of emphasis is given by Satya Sai, other people, other avatars, about keeping silent. Keeping silent externally may make yourself, exhibit as a silent person, mad. But in your mind, it is storms happening. How to control our mind talking? That also Kali Yuga Lakshana. That is why we say some form of God or something, you attribute everything to him or her, or even some, atheists think the nature is God. If you think like that, no problem. Think that nature, how it is. You admire the God or the nature, the extensive universe, how it is created, and chant and give a name or names and chant it within you and outside, then you are in any yuga, even in Kaliyuga itself. Thank you for listening, and my humble pranams. The lotus feet of Swami Satya Sai Bhagwan. He is Bhagwan who came on earth to the wishes of the bhaktas. As I said, he showed us how a human can be, and he guided us in many ways. But we have to follow his teaching rather than just praising him. That doesn't work. We have to follow what he said. One of that is all the time Nama Smaran.